Hi, and welcome to QRID Home Watch Edition QRS Reporting app video on how to scan a QR code and choose and complete a report. So if you're the reporter going out in the field, someone would have given you a QRID card similar to the one here on the left. And basically what happens is each property is marked with a geofence. You must be inside that geofence in order to scan the QR code. If you're outside of that, it won't let you in. So normally what happens is people keep these in their vehicle. They pull in the driveway. They pull up the QRID card, which we call a QRID card. And it has some basic information. It has the client's ID number. It has the site address. It'll have the name of the QRID. And it'll actually have the QRID ID number. The QRID ID number is a backup in case you've lost or the QR code itself gets damaged. You can actually enter this number manually. Some people get confused and put the client ID in. It won't work. But if you want to enter it manually, you have this number as the number you want to use. So once you arrive at the client site, you pull in the driveway, you're ready to start your home watch visit. You just simply click on Scan a QRID, and if you haven't done it before, permissions are mandatory with any mobile apps now. It's going to ask if it can access your camera. You definitely have to give access. Okay, and then all you do is take the camera and point it at the QRID card, at the QR code, and then this is going to pop up. And it's now going to ask you which checklist that you wish to choose. So you have an assignment already, and it's going to say one of two things. Either it's assigned or this is an unscheduled visit. When it says unscheduled visit, all that means is you don't have an assignment. You've scanned the QR code, it's looked, there's no assignment, and it's the same thing. The only difference is this particular visit that we're doing has an assignment, and the option you have is to choose a permatask. So these are your bonus checklists, post-storm checklist, contractor. There's multitude in the QRID software, and it's up to the admin or manager or whoever creates the QRID to add these specific checklists. So for example, if you're here for home watch, you're going to choose your home watch visit. That's a given. But if you're there to car drive, or it's a non-routine visit, you would choose one of these checklists. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose my home watch, and I click on it. And at the top, you're going to notice that there's click here for the report info. And this is where we house the confidential information. Alarm code. So there's alarm code. There's a garage code. There's a safe word. And then if you remember from the assignment video, all of the notes that were in the assignment are all here. Same thing, if you need to call the plumber, you just click on the number, or the electrician, and the number pops up and it just automatically dials it for you. So that's a feature. Once you've got your alarm code, now you can enter the property and start your home watch. But what I want to do is, sometimes we have specific photos installed. When you create the QRID, you have the ability to add site photos for each property, and these are reference photos. All you need to do is go here, click here for site photos, and it's going to pop up, and it's going to show you pictures and reference photos for that specific property. And the reason, there's multiple reasons for that. We won't go into details in it, but basically these are reference photos. Once you've done that, you're going to notice the timer's running, and that's normal. It's going to calculate the time. But remember, if you pause the app or put the phone into sleep mode, the timer's going to stop. And the time that you have, total time on site, is not calculated from this. This is just a guide. It is calculated from the time you scan the QR code until you submit the report. That's how the time is calculated. Once you've started the app, you just start simply going through and answering questions. So here Roof, chimney, gutters, and downspouts checked and all okay. Yeah, you know, I did a walk around. Everything's good. This is a conditional question. The next one is check and collect mail. Remove solicitations and newspapers. This is an instruction. All I do is hit that button. Now remember, I have to, if I don't hit that button, it won't let me submit the report. So then I go to the next one and it says check for any signs of vandalism or break and enter and all okay. Yeah, everything looked okay. And then I go to the next question. It said exterior doors and windows checked and all okay. Well, I found some damage at the back of the house. So I answer no. And this is what a conditional question is. If I was to answer yes, nothing happens. I move on. But the minute I say no, and it's not okay, it says please explain. Now I'm going to use voice to text activation, which you can turn on any device. I found some damage from a tree coming down at the back right corner of the house. Say done. And now I want to add a photo. So I just select take a photo. And I just simply take the photo. I can now annotate that photo. I can highlight. I can annotate that photo and highlight where there's an issue. And then I continue on, you know, alarm system checked and all okay. I'm going to say yes. And then I'm going to leave this final question unanswered to show you what happens. And also there's a general comments and general photos. These are, if you have a specific, something that you found that doesn't pertain to one of your questions, you can put that in. You can put a comment in, but that's not mandatory. So remember, on conditional questions, if it asks you for a comment, comments are mandatory, photos are optional. So now all I do is come down to the bottom and I select I'm done. And it tells me right away, hey, something's wrong. The report's incomplete. So I say, okay, and it highlights in red anything that I've missed. So you'll notice I missed this one. All doors and windows checked and locked. All I have to say is yes, and it'll automatically turn back to the right color. And I hit I'm done. And I have it set up right now that I can add a final comment because I have it set up so that I'm going to send this report directly to the client's dashboard. There are different ways that this can be set up. I can submit the report to my dashboard and then review it and then forward to the client's dashboard. In this specific instance, my permission set up for this reporter says that I can send directly to the client. So I'm going to put a comment in here. Hi, Mrs. Smith. Please find attached your report. Everything is good except I found some damage at the back left corner of the house. Please find the photos inside the report. And now I hit done. And now the report is sent. Now the client's going to receive an email notification saying, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Randy's just submitted your latest report. And those comments that I put in the report are now going to show up in the actual body of the email. And then, so that kind of gives the client the opportunity to read it. Now, the other way would have been I submit the report to the dashboard. Then I read the report when I get back to the office. I add that comment that I put in there, and then I submit it. So those are the two different ways to scan a QRID and complete a report or choose a checklist. So I hope this video has been helpful. I look forward to talking to you in the next tutorial videos. Thank you for choosing QRID at Home Watch.